Welcome back to Wind Waker. Last time we finished off the Forbidden Woods and got Furor's Pearl, the second of the 3 pearls that we need to, I guess, beat Ganon. Not exactly sure what they're supposed to do right now. However, when we went to Greatfish Isle to grab the 3rd of the pearls, turns out Ganon beat us there and kind of destroyed the place. Luckily, Jaboon, the guardian spirit of the island, has made his way to Outset, but we kind of need another item in order to actually get into where he is. And thanks to Quill, our Rito friend, we know that that item is with the pirates currently. And the pirates are at Windfall Island, so we're going to be heading there first to grab that item and beat the pirates there pretty much. The state that the world is in right now is pretty special. We're going to see when we get to Windfall that things aren't exactly normal right now. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's cut out from us. It's not going to be cut out permanently, mind you, but it's a bit of an annoyance. It's why I went to Windfall Island before heading to, what was it, the Forest Haven? Because that's the prime time to do side quests rather than when you're actually going to be going back to Windfall Island, like right now. And we can see the pirate ship right there. Oh, for a second I thought the King of Red Lions wasn't going to stop me, but turns out he did. There's some other stuff that I want to get, though, before actually heading out. Oh, apparently we can't climb in right now. Oh, we can, never mind. Okay. So there is an island to the northwest of here. So in this direction. Oh, there it is right over there. That's going to get us an upgrade. And because of, I guess, the fact that we've gotten the 2 pearls, we can go out to it now. At least I think we can, and I hope we can. Yeah, I think we're safe. We can totally get the upgrade that I want to get. There's a few of these islands with big seashells on them. And in these islands are a couple of special things, actually. First off, when we get on the island and explore around it, we'll see that there is a blue chew, or blue choo-choo rather. And when you kill it, it drops blue chew jelly. However, this specific blue choo-choo will no longer drop blue chew jelly, even if we respawn the area and get him to come back. There's 20-something blue chews in the world, and you need to kill 15 of them in order to get 15 blue chew jelly so that you can make blue potion at the potion shop. I don't quite recall where all of them are. I know maybe like 6 or 7, so probably not gonna be getting all of them. Also, there was a letter from Orca, the person who taught us how to use a sword back on Outset, and he told us to bring him Knight's Crest, which I already said last part, so these islands house the Great Fairies. They're Great Fairy fountains. And the Great Fairies are pretty much our replacement for upgrades in this game, rather than doing, say, a mini game or having to collect a bunch of gold Skulltulas. They'll give us our upgrades, and the first one that we're getting is the bigger wallet. This one allows us to carry 1,000 rupees, which isn't as big of an upgrade as it was in the original game. I might have mentioned this before, but back in OG Wind Waker, you'd only get 200 to start out, rather than 500. In this game it's 500, then 1,000, and then the last one, which we'll be getting, will be 5,000. And it kinda, well, it's, how should I put this? It's something to do with math, alright? Basically, in the original, the wallets always increased your rupee capacity by 5 times. Like, you'd go from 200 to 1000 to 5000, and that's a little more satisfying than going from 500 to 1000 to 5000, I guess. And that's all I'm trying to say. It's kind of a... I wouldn't say dumb, it's just useless thing to say, I guess. Anyway, actually on the island, let us go to the potion shop first and foremost, because I want to get my potion, well, my green potion made. I'll actually drink this blue potion to show off that we get a free potion if we give him this 15. I'm lucky that I got exactly 15. When I was recording this before and stuff was screwing up, I only got like... Well, not I only got, I had like 20 something, so it was a bit easier, I guess. This guy kind of reminds me of... But I forget his name. It was a character in like the Sonic the Hedgehog comics. He was like Robotnik's nephew or something like that, and he had a long nose as well. And also the bomb shop guy in Ocarina of Time. Well, the bomb chew shop guy specifically. I actually don't think I showed off the bomb chew shop when I played Ocarina of Time, but it was in the back alley, like next to the lady who you bring her dog to get a piece of heart. It was like the door right next to it, and it only opens at night or something like that. I don't really go to that shop anyway, because I don't get bomb chews, but there we go. We have 2 potions available to us now. And I wasted a blue potion to get a green one, so it's a bit of a downgrade, but I don't mind, because we're going to be getting something even better than blue potion in this part. Possibly. Another, well, not really another, but a little show right here. Tot is nowhere to be seen. You can't get the Song of Passing in this state of the world. The little kids are nowhere to be seen, so you can't initiate their side quest. Zunari isn't at his shop. He's in his auction house, and you can't even perform an auction. He'll say, like, the weather's too crazy for an auction right now, so no doing that. A lot of stuff is cut off from you. I guess they just want to force you into the main story for right now. The pirates are inside the bomb shop, so we need to go around and take this back entrance because they're not going to let us in from the front, and try to sneak up on them, see what we can do from there. I didn't go to the bomb shop previously because there wasn't really any purpose to, but I probably should have, to show why exactly they're tying this guy up. I don't think they would have stolen the bombs otherwise. This guy, the Mickey Mouse looking dude, sells his bombs for a crazy high price. I think 10 bombs is 1,000 rupees, and you can't get 1,000 rupees at that point in the game because the King of Lions isn't going to let you go to any of the fairy fountains. So it's pretty much impossible to buy bombs at that point. And because of that, they decided, well, we're just going to steal the bombs instead. And we're going to be stealing the bombs from them after they steal the bombs from this guy. Also, Tetra is oddly serious in this cutscene. She says that she wants to get to the island pretty quickly, or Outset Island specifically, because she wants to get there before Ganondorf does, and make sure that the treasure isn't gone. But the pirates are quick to point out that Tetra is kind of caring about the island a little more than she's caring about the treasure specifically, which isn't very pirate-like. It's like she actually cares or something. Link is not good at sneaking around. And she's convinced now. We'll instead be able to beat them because they're going to hang out tonight in the, I guess, milk bar? Schooner. That's actually a new one. I've never seen that one. The password changes from file to file. And I think, no, not even file to file, like, as soon as the endless night starts, I think, then your password is, like, set in. So say I saved at the Forest Haven, I beat it, went to this island and got the password, but my recording screwed up, just as an example. So I had to come back here after doing all that junk, and the password changes, pretty much. That's all I'm trying to say. Previously it was like Barnacle or something like that, or maybe it was Barnacle? I don't remember. Either way, there's another letter for us from a certain shop owner who does not want to be named, I guess, and he only gives us a rupee. Well, that puts us at a perfect 400, so I can't be too mad at that. But yeah, that shop has some very expensive but very useful things. There's a treasure chart, a piece of heart, and a bottle there, and I am very interested in that bottle. And I actually have to type this out, so I think this was how it was spelled. Oh, whoops. If you know the password, you can't actually tell or say the password before, like, seeing that cutscene where they say the password, and they justify it like, oh, you gotta say it specifically, because if you don't, then Nico won't let you in. And Nico was, of course, left on the ship. I want to take some pictures, specifically of Tetra's room, not of any characters. Like, look at this thing here that might look familiar. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's this one right over here as well. Both of these are pictures from the prologue, pretty much. But I want to take a picture of this. This map here, which might look a little familiar, and is the reason why I've been showing my map from the, you know, the fish guy who I give bait to in order to make my map appear on screen. I guess I'll talk about that later, because right now, we're gonna deal with Nico some more. You wanna go bowling? I guess not. Nico is really the butt monkey of this place. Like, they're all out getting food and drinks and stuff, and he's stuck here watching the ship, not being able to have any fun with the other pirates. I guess that's what happens when you're the lowest on the totem pole. He's updated the swinging minigame. Well, it's not really a minigame, it's just a platforming challenge that's mandatory. And once we get to the end, we'll be able to grab that new big old treasure chest over there. This one, rather than just being a challenge of you getting to the end, is a time challenge as well. Although, maybe the other one was a time challenge too? I don't remember. Either way, we need to swing on these lanterns and make it to the end before that gate closes again. There's no longer those tall platforms that rise from the ground to keep us high up. So we have to use lanterns, although I think you can use that, or those boxes that are underneath us. I don't want to risk it though, because they look a little low. The lanterns that I just jumped off of, or like the one that I just jumped off of and the one that was right next to it, they actually move from left to right, like along the ceiling, so you have to time stuff a little better with those, but that was really easy. I kind of failed that a couple times on my original recording of this, but I guess I got used to it a little more. And so we get the bombs. If I could get out of this cutscene and open the chest. He's not going to let us out until we get the bombs, which is very nice of him. To make sure that we grab the item that we're supposed to be grabbing. And now that we have these, we can do a couple of things with them. Of course, we can take them out whenever we want to blow up stuff, but we can also use them on our boat as a cannon and shoot some stuff while on our boat, making the water combat a thing now. We couldn't really attack things except with our boomerang, and I think for the most part the boomerang just stuns enemies. So if you want to fight against a shark or another boat, or I don't know, those giant pea hats, you're not going to be doing much to them. And she's pretty much giving us the rest of the information we need. Jaboon is hiding in the back of Outset Island, and it's blocked off by giant stone slabs that we need to destroy in order to get there, which is why we needed the bombs. So, now that we have them, let us exit the pirate ship, and of course I run into the stairs because it's not actually a slope, it's actual stairs. I feel like the ship's smaller while we're on the outside here. Like I could have sworn this right here was taller, and that this area right here was bigger. I guess they made a smaller version so that you can climb off, or maybe the other version had invisible walls and I'm just, my mind's playing tricks on me or something like that. I believe now that we have bombs, and this letter's probably gonna say exactly what I'm gonna say, Beetle's shop will start selling them. And yeah, that's exactly what this letter is saying. Not available in all regions as well, so only certain locations can have them. And we get the Beetle chart. I guess I'll pop that up on screen right now. But it shows the location of all of Beetle's ships, and I guess I gotta talk to him. And it also shows the location of that special ship that has the empty bottle and the piece of heart and the treasure chart. So let's skip to Outset Island, because we've been there before. It's gonna be a bit of a chore to get there from all the way over here. It's basically on the opposite side of the map. So I'm going to speed things up. And we're back. We're pretty much at Outset right now. The Gang of Red Lions is probably going to initiate a cutscene once the draw distance gets a little better. Or before that happens, that works too. I don't know how we got all the way up here. But he's just talking about the curse of the endless night right now and how we can't turn things today, even if we try to use the Song of Passing. I'll show that right now. Yep, doesn't actually work. An evil power blocks our music, so no special songs to turn things to daytime. At nighttime, on Outset Island, enemies start appearing. Mostly just choo-choos, and I think there's some miniblins if we try to go back to where the woods are, way up there. But before we do all that, we actually can do some side questing here on Outset. And the first thing I want to do is talk to our grandma, who is in a bit of a delusional state right now. So, we just need to lock onto her and use this fairy. And doing so will heal her and cure her whatever is going on with her right now. I think only a fairy is needed to heal her. Like, you can't, as in that's the only thing you can use. You can't use like a blue potion or a red potion or anything like that. But because we healed her, we'll be able to get the ultimate potion in this game. And it's the elixir soup. It's essentially a double dose of blue potion plus a little extra stuff. So basically, you can only have one of these in your bottle at a time. But when you drink it, it refills all your health, all your magic, and it gives you double damage until the next time you get hit. Or if you save the game and like reload your file, obviously the double damage is going to go away. But I'm going to drink it right now so that I can get another helping, because you can only have one at a time, even if you have multiple empty bottles. So that I can make use of the double damage right now. And it's a little annoying that they give you the spiel every time you buy it. Or not buy it, but get it from her. But that's okay, I guess. As you can see, our sword is glowy now. And if the choo-choos have respawned, the green ones go down in one hit now. So there's your proof of our double damage. And hopefully I could keep it until later on. Oh, there was a house here. This house way over here that I don't think I grabbed the rupee chest inside of, so I actually want to do that really fast. I kind of forgot about this one when we were initially on the island. And it was totally one I could have grabbed because I do not have enough rupees. Or not enough. I don't have close to 500 is what I'm trying to say. Like, this wouldn't have been a wasted treasure chest to get at that point. Unless it was in the original version. In which case, I usually skip the 100 rupee chest that's under our house. Now, let us head to the top of the island, and let me switch my items around a little bit. Yes. There we go, that should suffice for now. On the road to the bridge, Miniblins start appearing. I am going to ignore them because I don't want to lose out on my double damage. And the bridge is out. We need to use the Deku Leaf to get across instead, which is what I'm going to do right now. But of course, the Deku Leaf is at the mercy of the wind, so I'm going to change the direction of it first. And then float on over. Hopefully I get magic. And yes, I do. Just what I needed. New enemies have appeared. The Goma moth things that shot out the weird little, I don't know what to call them, the spiked ball things is here. And of course, because of my double damage, it died in one hit. Hopefully it drops. Nah, no item orb, just a rupee, so no golden feather for me. And over here is the main reason why I wanted to come back. There is a giant rock here, which we can blow up with our bomb. I don't know how the fuse stays lit while it's raining, but whatever. This area houses another fairy fountain, and this is the second one that gets you a wallet upgrade. It doesn't matter which order you go to them. Like, if you went to this one first, this one would have given you the 1,000, and the other one would have given you the 5,000. Which is kind of just, you know, a general thing that games do when they allow you to get their upgrades in a non-linear fashion. But there we go. that's both of the wallet upgrade Great Fairies. And we now have the maximum amount that we can carry, which is quite a lot in this game. Like, I think this is the most you could carry in any Zelda game up to this point. Like, Zelda 1 had 255, and Ocarina of Time had 500. And we could carry 10 times that. I also want to grab a fairy because, well, fairies are just a good thing to have, especially when you have a low amount of hearts and taking out a potion isn't always the fastest or smartest option. Down here are also some moblins that we can take care of, which I'm going to do right now after dealing with some of these small guys. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't hit me. Okay. Just take out the rest of those. If I can lock on to more. And that's enough, I think. So, now let's deal with the moblins. And I'm not sure if the... Whoa! Okay. That scared me a little. I might have to reduce the volume on that. I'm not sure if these moblins are actually stronger than the blue ones, because I have the double damage on, and I think it takes the same amount of hits for me to take them down. Like, even... How should I put this? If I didn't have double damage on, it would have taken the same amount of hits to take these guys down as it did the blue ones. So I guess it's just a cosmetic change rather than a show of status like in Zelda 1, where the blue ones were always stronger than the red ones. Now that we have our wallet upgrade, though, let's head to the back of the island, I guess. We're pretty much done with everything we need to do here. So now we can grab that last pearl. I guess I could visit Orca, but he doesn't really have much to say besides bring me the Knight's Crests. You can do a little sparring match with him. Yes, I'm ready. Where if you hit him a certain amount of times, you'll get different rewards. The maximum amount of times you can hit him is like 1,000, and you get maybe a treasure chart that gives you a piece of heart or something like that. I don't remember. Either way, here is the cannon. Just like with the grappling hook, you can just press left on the control pad in order to take it out, which is very convenient. And this is new, I think, this little targeting reticle thing. But we need to hit specific spots on this big slab in order to destroy it. You gotta hit the top section first in order to get that one down. Then hit the middle section, and then hit the bottom section. If you miss any of the sections, or rather if you hit the wrong one, then the section that you're supposed to hit will start glowing red, signifying that you're supposed to attack that one instead. With that done, we can head into this very cool looking room, which houses Jaboon, who is obviously meant to be the successor to Lord Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time. And he also speaks in Hylian, but because of the New Game Plus stuff, we get to see all his dialogue. His dialogue is a bit more spoilery than the other characters, especially like the last few lines. He's just kind of saying now that the King of Red Lions is a bit of a dummy. Like, Link here isn't actually the hero or anything like that. He doesn't have, I guess, the blood of the hero, which was kind of only a thing in A Link to the Past, I believe. Usually it's the spirit of the hero that's kind of mentioned in these games, but I suppose this game's a little different with that. And that's a cute little thing there. Link actually bows to Jaboon when he's leaving. And now that we have Nehru's Pearl, we can stop the whatchamacallit, the Endless Night, yes. And apparently the King of Red Lions has located Zelda as well. That line is probably the most spoilerific. Like, all you see is Hylian text from Jaboon, and then the King of Red Lions says, "I suppose I have." And it's a bit of a neat, how should I put it? Neat foreshadowing, I guess? Anyway, now that we have all these pearls, we can head into the third dungeon of the game. But I'm not sure if I should do that right now. I kind of want to do some side quests beforehand. In fact, I think I am going to do some side quests beforehand. So, let us head to the east, I believe, in order to get another one of those great fairies. That's pretty much what I'm going to do to finish off this part. Grab the couple of great fairies that I can get, and also head back to Windfall because I want to grab an item before ending this part. So I guess I'll just skip to wherever the fairies are. Actually, no, this one I won't skip to because it's a very special case when it comes to the great fairies. It's not really on any island per se. It has an associated island, but you don't have to go into one of those big seashell things in order to get this one. I am looking for some seagulls in this general area because that signifies a certain special event. And I do not... Oh, there they are right there. If you head toward the big crowds of seagulls, it'll start getting stormy, and a big Octorok will appear from beneath the surface. You could have gotten this as soon as you got in the boomerang, but it's much easier to do with bombs. You just aim at the eyeballs, and it'll take them out in one hit. If you do use the boomerang, it takes 4 hits in order to take an eye out, which takes a little too long in my opinion. But I guess I'll show it off for these last 2 eyes. This one is the easiest of the big Octoroks. There's like 6 or 7 in the game. I don't quite remember. Maybe 8. But all of them have differing amounts of eyes. They're all multiples of 4 actually. Like, this is the only one that has 4 eyes. Some of them have 8, some of them have 12. And bombs are the easiest way to take down the ones with more eyes because obviously the boomerang takes a little too long. But now that we've defeated it, we reveal another one of these great fairies, and I didn't mention it when we first saw, but these great fairies are probably not my favorite. They are really freaky looking. Just the fact that they have 4 arms is very, very weird to me. I know they're supposed to be like ethereal or however you say that word, but it still kind of creeps me out. There is one great fairy that subverts that arms thing, but we'll get to that a lot later. Now, head to the next great fairy isle in order to grab another upgrade, and I don't quite remember where this one is. Okay, this one was just to the north of the one that was previous, like the one that got us the bigger magic meter. And this one requires bombs in order to open it, so let's blow up this wooden structure in front of it. And because we needed the bombs to get inside, you could probably guess what the next upgrade is going to be. And there's another chew here, so we can get some more of that blue chew jelly. Which I guess if I don't use, I can sell or something like that. This Great Fairy's fairy fountain is instead colored white, I guess. Or blue, rather. The wallet upgrade ones were pink, as I recall. And the last ones might be yellow, I don't remember. But I do recall that in Ocarina of Time, the color of the room determined what upgrade you got, and that carries over here. Although in Ocarina of Time there were only 2 colors, whereas this one has like 3 or 4, I guess, if you want to count the one that just gave us magic. Either way, let's get out of here and head toward the next of the Fairy Isles, which is 1 map square to the south and then 1 map square to the east of Dragon Roost, so that's basically where I'm going to be heading. And probably going to be cutting. Alright, here is the last, or the second of the bomb upgrade islands. Just gonna blow up that rock from our boat. And grab the choo-choo, of course. Where is that son of a gun? Oh, this is something new. There's a Korok on this island next to this withered tree. That's another side quest that I'm not going to be doing because it gets you a piece of heart, but basically what you have to do is you talk to the guy. He says that the tree needs water from the forest haven, so you go to the forest haven, you scoop up some water from there, and once you're out of the forest haven, a timer starts, which you can only see in your menu, but essentially you have 20 minutes to get that bottle of water to all of the islands that have the trees and splash it on them so that they can grow up to be nice and strong. And you don't have to do it all at once either. Like, you can grab the bottle, do like, I don't know, 5 of them, and then once your time runs out, you can go back to the forest, go back to the forest haven, grab some more water, and then do the rest of them. But it's kind of a chore of a quest right now. There is going to be a way to make it easier, but I'm still not going to be doing it either way because it's a piece of heart, and I'm already getting 2 of those because they're mandatory. Where is the boat? There he is. And just to prove what I said before, this guy doesn't drop any more blue chew jelly. He does give 10 rupees though, which is pretty alright. Last thing I want to do in this part, I'm going to go back to Windfall Island to grab an item from there. It should be just over here, so I'll cut to when we get there. Alright, back at Windfall, so let's get out of the boat and head to Zunari's stall. If we check it out, we can see that it's gotten a bit bigger. It's looking a lot more stall-like. He has those flowers on display to sell to the peoples. And if we talk to him in this area, he'll talk about how his shop now actually looks like a full-fledged store, and that he'll give us his prized possession, which I guess was the other thing that he saved from whenever he got shipwrecked, I guess. Did I say I guess twice? I don't even remember my own words. Either way, this is the magic armor. It is a magical item that kind of reminds me of Nehru's Love in Ocarina of Time. The way it works is you equip it, you press the button it's equipped to, and there's a little magical barrier around the link. In the original version of the game, this took up your magic, and you were pretty much invincible while it was on. Getting hit, I don't think drained your magic any more than just having it on. But in this version of the game, it's reliant on your rupees. While you have it on, it doesn't actually take away any rupees, but if you get attacked, it will start taking them away. I think the amount of rupees it takes from you is proportionate to the amount of hearts you would have taken as damage. So the more damage you take, the more rupees are going to get drained from your wallet. And it can actually take quite a lot, like over 100 in one hit, depending on how hard you got hit. A cool little thing, it's not really an oversight, they did this on purpose, but you can see that Link has his floppy hat still when he's wearing the armor. This is kind of weird considering the outfit that we're wearing right now, but it's also justified in that we technically are wearing the hero's outfit. It's just invisible, so we wouldn't have the cap on. But that's all. We're done. Next part, we're gonna be unlocking the next dungeon and probably going into it and doing a bunch of it.